Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. So just for everybody who's new, just a quick look at the bigger picture, and then we dive into the micro wave count, stuff that's going on here, which is quite important at the moment because we talk about a potential trend reversal, but it is too early to confirm that. Now, let's take a look at this. This is still the overall bullish scenario we are tracking. Where price moved up off the December lows to the January highs in a wave 1. We had a wave W down, an X wave high, and a Y wave down, sort of WXY corrective structure in a wave 2. And the Y wave consists of an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. And here's now really where we have to look at we have to look at this very closely, this price action at the moment, but we get to that in a minute. Overall, the key level here that is important for the bullish scenario is the $12 level. If we get a sustained break below $12, the bearish scenario will get much more likely because, as always, the 78.6 retracement level is sort of a level that we just need to hold to remain confident in a more bullish scenario that we have on the chart here. Below that level, we have the $10 level left as still as support, but as a little bit less of a reliable one. Now, looking at this downward structure, we could really do with one more low. Again, don't need it. Not in a bullish setup, we don't need one more low. But at the same time, we currently have no strong indication that a low has been made. How would a bearish setup would look like? So what would happen if we really break below $12? How would the wave count look like? Because at the moment, I can still count it as a WXY correction to the downside, which has a good chance of rallying higher afterwards after a low has been established. And we're currently observing very closely, is this a turnaround? But what happens if we break below $12? Could it also just be a WXY? Well, it technically could be, but probabilities would increase for a more bearish scenario in which we topped here in something that is probably a wave 4 with the wave 5 to the downside to end the bear market, then ideally below the December low. But if it makes, if it moves down really in a bearish scenario here and breaks below the $12 level and then also takes out the $8 December low, that will put the entire chart back into a state of uncertainty because the uptrend that started, the potential uptrend, that started in December is invalidated then. And we have to look at, okay, how low can it go and do we really get a reaction to the upside and everything. So it will just it will set the entire chart back because at the moment, all the progress then that has been made since the December low would be lost because it made a new low, right? So this possible beginning of a new uptrend would be invalidated. But how would the count be? I guess a likely one would be here, a wave 1 to the downside, a wave 2 to the upside to peak in April, then a third wave down, a fourth wave up, and a fifth wave down, 2 new lows below the $8 level. Yeah? So it could get a 5-wave move down here. And I would imagine it will work out as an ending diagonal. Now let's zoom in because at the moment we are still tracking the overall bullish scenario, but again, below $12, the bearish case will get much more compelling. At the moment, this could still simply be, and that's the white wave count, a wave 4, which could result in one more low. Still within the bullish scenario, another low is also possible. We cannot rule it out at this stage. And I cannot rule it out as long as the price is holding. You might have just heard the dog. I cannot rule out the another low as long as price only rallies in 3 waves. So I can only count an A wave up, a B wave down, and a C wave to the upside. Just be aware of that, right? If we get one more wave up, then we might get 5 waves up complete. It could then be a leading diagonal complete, and then we just need to be watching for the first, what happens if we break to the downside of this ascending wedge, then it could be a wave 2 pullback. So if we get 5 waves, and at the moment I give it decent probabilities of forming one more high here, but the real decision moment comes afterwards, okay? The real decision moment comes in the first deeper pullback, which we could then call a wave 2. If it's holding a higher low, which I will then give you. I will give you the support level depending on how high we go. And if that holds, then we have a possible reversal setup back to the upside. But if it breaks either now or if it breaks below that support level after one more high, then we're looking at something around $12, maybe even lower. So this is currently a very, very critical possible turning point, possible turnaround setup. But at the moment, I only have 3 waves. It is going a little higher than it would be ideal for a scenario in which we get one more low, but it's only in 3 waves. So it's a little bit uncertain. I just need to see the 5 waves first to formulate support for a pullback, which could be another setup for the upside. But we're not there yet. We just need to be observing it at the moment. Get your popcorn, watch it. Watch that possible reversal pattern. But at the moment, it's not a reversal pattern yet. All we have is a move that is slightly stronger than it would be ideal for an imminent downside setup. But it's an ascending wedge in which price is forming. These very often break to the downside again. They can always go up as well. Yeah, we talk roundabout about roughly about a 70% probability that price is breaking to the downside of these ascending wedges, which is quite high, but it's not 100%. So ideally, one more high, I would give it decent probabilities because also Bitcoin is currently in a 4th wave. So this currently could be in a leading diagonal, a 4th wave. And then one more high could do the trick. Yeah, we could get that wave 1 with a question mark at the moment. And then an ABC pullback in a wave 2. How would that look like? So ideally, in this pullback, we would look at an ABC. The A wave can be quite sharp because it can be an impulse. Then a wave B to the upside would be choppy and a C wave down. That's ideally how it would look like. And I need to change the wave degree of this one. And then as soon as we have that one more high, I will be able to draw the fibs. So let's just imagine maybe, we go to the top of that channel. It depends on when we hit it. But we will then be able to formulate, as I said here, the support area, trend reversal area for a wave 2, for example. And that would be typically between the 50% retracement and the 78.6 retracement. But I cannot give you the very accurate values because at the moment, this is not a leading diagonal complete. We only have clearly 3 waves. That's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.